How you doing, everybody? Jonathan here, and in this video I'm going to address a topic that I know a lot of trainers have difficulty with, and that is the area of organization with respect to your clients' sessions remaining and or their attendance. Now, this is going to be very important for you to get on top of, mainly because you don't want to be the type of trainer that only recognizes that somebody's missing once billing comes through. All right? If you establish that kind of reputation as your trainer, clients are not going to take you as seriously. So I'm going to do my best to educate you on how you can easily track your clients' progress and attendance and sessions left so that you can help your business. Another reason why this is going to be useful is that you will be able to hold your clients accountable. All right, so one of the biggest things is late cancels or cancellations. You want, when your client says, hey, how come I'm not seeing these results? Or hey, you're not doing your job. You can say, hey, look at this. Look at your profile. Look at your history. Look at how many times you late canceled. Look at how many times you came in late. This is ammunition for you to stay on top of your client to make sure that they are doing what they need to do. And that will only help lead to results, which in the end leads to good publicity, which in the end leads to more clients and great referrals, better marketing. All right, so don't worry about making posters. Worry about treating your clients that you have as best as possible so that they can show the world how great you are. Now, this is going to be used with an application called Attendance2. It will be used on the iPhone and the iPad. For all you Droid users, I'm not sure if this is available on the Google Play Store, but you know, I'm an Apple guy, so you can check out whether or not the Attendance app is available on your Google Play. But a lot of people have iPhones, and you know, whenever I get the chance, I'll probably, you know, maybe I'll purchase a Samsung tablet and then do a different series on the same applications for the Google Play Store. So this is not going to be a short presentation, all right? It's pretty detailed, but you'll be able to reference it, go back, and make the most out of it. So let's get to work. All right, so we're going to start off by downloading the application. This is using my iPad, but you can definitely use your iPhone as well. You're going to go to the App Store. You're going to download Attendance2, no space in between. It's made by David Emery Software, and just as a disclaimer, I'm not getting any kind of funding or I'm not in any way affiliated with the makers of this application. I essentially just looked around and found what was best for me, and I found that this works well. I use it now, and I think it'll help you as well. So we're going to download this application. So you have a lot of options here, but I'm going to teach you the simplest way to get this up and running. It may require a fair amount of data entry for you, depending on how many clients you have at a time. But once you do this once, it'll be very easy to keep this going. So we're going to start off by going to course and groups. You're going to want to put all your clients in by month. So we're going to hit the plus button in the upper left, and we're going to create a course. Let's just call it Clients January. Hit Add. And you want to update this on a monthly basis. Okay, so we're going to click on January clients, and you have a lot of options here. All right, you're going to have add person, you're going to have take settings, status 1 values. We're going to start with that. We're going to make it as easy as possible. So let's start off with status 1 values, and here you have 3 or 4 options that you could use for your clients, and this will work whether you're in a boot camp or whether you have a personal training situation going. All right, so you have absent, present, excused, and late. All right, now there are other statuses that you may want to include. So let's include a reschedule. Let's go to the field, type in reschedule, and hit add status. All right, this is going to be a situation where a client maybe had a one-on-one appointment at 4, but they called and rescheduled for 6. We all know that's a pain in the butt, but you want to record when your clients do this. We also don't want to get this confused with present, so we're going to give this a special color. We're going to make this one blue, and we're going to give that a half a point. I'll explain why that's important in a little bit. So this is worth a half a point. Hit save, and we're going to hit status 1 and go back. So the way that I would use this is with excuse. That's if somebody is on vacation, that's if somebody is sick, or that's if you have a parameters for cancellation, like you need to cancel within 48 hours, more than 48 hours. If they cancel 48 hours or more, you'd put them as excused so that you know that they had a session but they did the right thing to cancel. All right. So we're actually going to hit the edit button, and our default is going to be excused because it doesn't have a point value. So we're going to hit the triple bar on the right, and we're going to drag excuse to the top above absent. Otherwise, the default value would be set at absent. So we're going to hit done there. Absent is going to be given 1 point and it's going to be red. Click back. Late is going to be given 1/4 of a point. We'll keep it violet. And reschedule is going to be given 1/2 a point. We're going to keep that blue. Okay, so that's all set. These are our January client settings. Now let's go to take settings. Don't worry about the top. Everything here is fine. Now, if a client were to be perpetually late or perpetually rescheduling, then essentially the point value that we had assigned to each designation would begin to tally. So if a client was late 3 times, every time you open up your list, that client's name will turn red. And that way you'll know that the client is consistently late, or they're consistently late canceling, or they're consistently rescheduling. And this may be a situation where you want to address them. If you're running a boot camp and it's very hard to track your attendance, if you see that somebody turns red, this is when you call them and you say, hey, Bill, Joe, whatever the case may be, where have you been? Why haven't I seen you? So you can essentially set this point number to whatever you like. You can set it for 3, you can set it for 5, depending on how lenient you want to be. But as soon as your client crosses that number, their name will turn red and you will be able to address them. Okay? Let's actually set this for 1, just so you can see how it would work. And let's hit save. All right. Status 2, I think will be fine to keep as is. So let's go back to January clients. Now let's start adding people. All right. To add people, you can do this manually by touching add person. And you're going to enter in their first name, their last name, and notes. So if you have a personal training client, you may want to put how many sessions they have and when they last bought them. So you can put bought 20 sessions January 1st, 2014. And you can continue to update that as they buy more sessions. And essentially, every time that they are marked as present, you know that that's a session that's used. Or if you have a late cancellation policy, if they're late cancel, or if they're late or absent, that can be marked as one of their sessions. However you decide to add that up, I'll leave that up to you. You're also going to want to include their mobile number, and you want to include their email, because you can send out a mass email to everybody that turns red. So, all right, so now you're all set. If you need to specifically text the person, you can just SMS the person. If you need to email the person, you can email the person. And if you need to send them a report of how they're doing, you can do it all from Attendance2. So we scrolled back up. We're going to go to back. And we have 1 person added. Now, if you needed to make a modification, like I did before, you can just go to View, Sort Names. Click on the person. And let's say they're taking some time off and you don't want them to pop up on your attendance list. You can just hit enrolled and then turn that off, but we're going to leave them on. Or if they change their number, you can do that here. If they change their email, you can do that here. You can take a picture of the person and put their photo here. So there are a number of options that you have. Or if you just want to delete them, you're never going to see them again, you scroll all the way down to the bottom and hit delete. But in most cases, you want to hang on to the client, you can just go to enrolled and then turn them off, and then they won't show up on your list until they're buying sessions again. Okay? You can update the notes if they purchase more sessions later. Purchased additional sessions. I don't know, 2/1/14, whatever the case may be. You can track everything using the notes, okay? So you're going to go back. We'll add one other person, Mary, last name Jane, and we'll give her a phone number. She's a boot camper, all right? So we don't need to put exactly how many sessions she bought. She's on an unlimited plan. So we'll put her number in here. We'll put her email address by touching primary email. Mary Jane at yahoo.com. You can put a photo or whatever. And we're going to hit save. So now we have 2 people enrolled in your course. All right, we have your take settings set so that if they accumulate 1 point, their name will turn red. All right, so if they're late once, the name will turn red. And we have our values set. All right, now there's a lot of things that you can do. I just don't want to confuse you. So you can play with this as you get it, but I wanted to make sure that you got the basics of this. So let's say we had a class today. All right, we're going to go to add the date. And now we want to take attendance for this existing date. Let's hit select existing date. Right now, nobody's been enrolled. We're going to hit the 0, or we're going to hit that date. And now, right now, everybody's excused. Okay? You want to mark them down as present because excused doesn't count as a session used. So you essentially tap right here until you get to present. And did you see how my name turned red when I went to absent? Because absent was worth 1 point and I accumulated that 1 point. All of a sudden now I'm absent. So this would be a red flag to me. I need to call Jonathan FitPro and I need to tell him to get on his P's and Q's because he has turned red now. All right, Mary Jane, she was late, but she showed up. So she's accumulated a 1/4 of a point. I've accumulated a full point. That's why I have turned red and she has not. All right, so we'll go back to dates, back to January clients. And if we wanted to take attendance for a different day, we specify a date to add. Let's take attendance for yesterday. Let's scroll down to Tuesday. Let's hit save. Hit select existing date. There goes Tuesday. And I actually was present and Mary Jane was present as well. So you can essentially do this for all your clients. We're going to go back to dates. So what do you do when a client turns red? We're going to go to red names report and status 1 red view. It'll show you everybody that has a status 1. It'll show you the amount of points that they've accumulated. If you wanted to email everybody that was a red name, you go to email groups. And this is going to send an email to everybody that was status 1. So you can essentially say, and it's going to send a blank carbon copy. So you're not going to see everybody else's email. Hey, I saw you went red. Been here in a while. Call me. As simple as that. All right, then you'd hit send. And then it would go directly to that person. All right, let's hit cancel. Delete draft. If you wanted to, let's go to the red status 1. If you wanted to send an individual report, this will allow you to send individual reports to all of the people that are red, one after the other. So you're going to go to continue. It's only one person. So now they see exactly what they've been doing. All right, and then you can tell them, hey, look at what you've been doing. You know, we need to work on getting you back in order. Hit cancel, delete draft, and then it would go to the next person on your red list, and you can do this for all of your clients. If you just wanted to see a full report of everything, you could go to summary report. All right, and it'll show all of your clients and everything that they did, whether they went red or not. You can email this report to yourself. If you wanted a detailed report, that's going to be a very long report. that would show everything that every client did on every date. All right, I would just go with the summary report. And I don't think you need to do much else besides that. It keeps things nice and simple for you. I think this is a very powerful application. But if you just stuck to what I showed you, I think you'd be perfectly fine. Now, let's talk about what happens when January is over. So we're going to scroll up. We're going to go back to Attendance2. So January is over. We want to restart for February. Okay, so we're going to hit the plus button. We're going to make a February clients. Hit add. Now, I have like 100 people in my boot camp. I do not want to add everybody back. All right, so we're going to go to February clients. Instead of, see how we're back to 0? Instead of doing this, you can just import from existing course. Import everybody from January. Select all, so all the settings that you had will be the same. Hit copy. And now enroll persons is 2. We started a new month. Enroll persons is 2. We started a new month. And if we wanted to set the existing date for today, look at that. Everybody has a clean slate, because now we're in February. So you create a new list every month based on the previous month. And whomever is no longer with you, you would just go to their name from view, and then you just take them off of enrolled. So they're not enrolled right now. And if I went to the existing date, you can see I'm taken off, but I'm not deleted. So at any time I decide to come back, I go to view. Whatever happened to that Jonathan who dropped? Let's put him back in. We'll go back, select the existing date, and now I'm back in. So this is a very, very useful application. It'll let you know when your clients are slacking, so you don't have to wait for your client to start to get billed or for your clients to contact you. You'll always be on top of when your client is there and when they're not, and it'll just make you look like a superstar trainer. So I use this application. I think it'll be helpful for you. Get to it, play around with it, and I hope this helps your business. All right, so I hope you found that helpful. Obviously, if you found this information helpful and you want to help other people, so number one thing that you can do is share this. Share this on YouTube. Share this on Facebook. Share this on Twitter. Share this on Google+. Share it wherever you can to help me get the word out, as my goal is to try to help as many trainers as possible become successful business people. If you just happen to stumble upon this channel, subscribe to this channel, as this channel is dedicated toward helping trainers. Also, if you have any questions or comments, add me as a friend on Facebook, or follow me on Twitter, or comment below. All right, I really make these videos mainly as a response to questions that I get often that I think would help a lot of people. So my content is based on questions that you guys ask me. I just give it back to you in an organized fashion with all of my experience wrapped around it. So add me as a friend on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, so you can private message me and direct message me. You can comment below. I check my stuff all the time, and put this to action. Let me know how it works for you. Please remember to eat healthy, hydrate, drive safe. Stress levels will get rest, will slap anybody. Love your clients, they will love you back. I will see you all tomorrow or the next day, and you have a good one.